I always had a dream to work and travel and have a good work-life balance, but it was really hard to figure out how to do that. In this video, I'm going to share with you what I'm currently doing, and if you want to become a freelancer or a digital nomad, this information will be useful for you. I'll share with you jobs related to teaching, marketing, finance, IT, yoga, and a lot more. So please make sure to finish watching this video to find out the information you need. In 2021, I was living in Shanghai. The borders had been closed for 3 years. I hadn't seen my family for so long. I really wanted to travel, but I couldn't. Also, China is notorious for its hustle culture, and at some point I felt really burnt out and I thought I really need to do something about it. It can't keep going on like this. In 2021, I decided to figure out what my colleagues were doing. At that moment, I only had experience working in kindergarten and various training centers. And that was a very fortunate moment because that was the time when everyone was introduced to online teaching and hybrid classes. There are various platforms like italki, Amazing Talker, Cambly, and a lot more. But the main point is that they are working in more or less similar way. These platforms connect you with students and give you an opportunity to become a freelancer. I chose Amazing Talker because at that time I had a friend working on that platform and she gave me really good feedback about it. If I'm completely honest with you, I would say it's not the best platform, but it's not the worst one. I just decided to give it a try because I knew that you may start with something that is not so good and then you will learn by doing. The most appealing part about this platform was that you don't have your boss. It's just a platform where you're like a freelance tutor. And you can even open 1 or 2 working hours. That's completely up to you. And you're not supervised by anyone. So I was so tired of being micromanaged in China that I felt like, wow, that's amazing. I'm the boss now. Another huge advantage to this particular platform that it's not only about English. If you don't want to teach English, if you want to teach Spanish, French, Italian, or any other language, this platform gives you opportunity to do that. But the greatest part about it, that it provides courses like yoga, coding, IT, career counseling. And this is something that I haven't seen on other platforms. So if you really don't want to teach English and you have some other skills, so this is the platform where you can test it, how it goes. But the thing that I know that English market is huge and I'm not too sure about other subjects. It's not beginner friendly when it comes to setting up your price because your price will depend on your nationality, not your experience, just your nationality. But on the bright side, after 3 or 4 months, once you reach certain amount of income, you can set up any price you want. And that is amazing because if you want to charge $50 per hour, that's completely up to you. But the downside that in the very beginning, you cannot set up the price that you want. The signing up process is very simple and beginner friendly. You just fill out the form and sometimes they might invite you for the interview, and interviews are conducted by teachers who are teaching on the platform because again, it's not a school, there is no staff members there. Or you may not have interview, you'll just fill out the form, open your time slots, set up the price, and you're good to go. The platform will start sending you students who are available at the same time as you open and who are interested in the courses that you are selling. If it's a match, it's kind of like a Tinder because you have to catch the match and only certain people can do this. Like only 3 teachers, for example, can contact 1 student. So you have to be really fast, but don't worry, you will learn it. It's very simple. Just keep your phone not far from you. So as I mentioned earlier, it's not a school, so all courses and curriculum, everything is designed by you. If you want to teach business English like I do, go ahead. If you want to concentrate on kids and you have a lot of materials, books, exercises, games, then you do this. Nobody gives you any books or any guidance. Everything is completely up to you and you're like an independent teacher. But all this sounds too good to be true, right? And here are the downsides. Like, any other platforms, it has huge downsides, like the outrageous commission, which is in the beginning of the month 30% from your income. With every $100 you earn, the commission is decreased by 1%. So let's say if you earn $1,000, it will be decreased by 10%. On the top of that, they thought that that is not enough, so they charge you a transaction fee, which is compulsory. It is 8%, and they have limited ways how you can get your money out. It's either bank transfer or PayPal. I'm not too sure. There was something else, but there are not too many options. So I want to clarify a bit how they're using these fees. They are using these fees to promote you as a teacher because it's a platform and they have a lot of paid ads, and this is how they get more students. So the good thing is that you don't have to think, oh, where can I get my first students from once I'm a freelancer? They're doing paid ads, and the more successful you are, the more classes you sell, the more students you're gonna get. So that's a great thing, because if, let's say, you create your Instagram account and you decide to find students, you would have to record videos, promote yourself, and do a lot of this extra stuff. On the platform, you don't have to do it. This is what your commission goes towards. I don't think this justifies the outrageous commission. It's a great place to get started, especially if you don't know where to look for your first students and for your first clients. But in the long run, you may consider building your own website or creating an Instagram page and starting working on your own, because you would have already a lot of positive feedback, you would know how the things work, and it will be a lot easier. But again, on the top of that, there is another massive disadvantage. Every platform tries to concentrate on a certain target audience, and this particular website, they work with students from Taiwan and Hong Kong. They are peak hours. Students are available. In my case, I'm teaching adults, and they're available in the evening from 7 p.m. till midnight. Yeah, I had no idea that someone would study at midnight, but that's how it works. If you want to be a digital nomad, and if you want to travel to various countries, that is not an issue if you're in Europe or in Asia, but that would be a huge issue if you decide to go to South America. And that's the reason we decided not to go to South America this year. So if we go to South America, we would have to work from 5 in the morning till lunchtime, till like 11 or 12 in the afternoon, which is not very good. It messes up with your schedule, and I honestly was not ready to sacrifice my morning sleep and do this. Maybe this would be okay for someone, I'm not too sure, but that was definitely a huge downside to me. When we were in the UK, we were working from 8 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon, and that was like regular office hours. That was great because you have like 1 hour here, 1 hour there, and that was fine. This is why we made a decision to come back to Asia, because here we're working from 6 p.m. till 11 p.m. Sometimes we finish earlier, but we have plenty of free time during daytime to do what we like. At a later point, if you start promoting yourself on Instagram as an independent teacher, you will get a chance to get students from other countries, from other time zones, and this would give you opportunity to travel a bit more, but it won't happen overnight. Let me know if you've ever tried working on any of these platforms and what's your feedback like, how different it is to what I think about it. If all this teaching thing is not for you, now we're going to move towards another project. Recently, we started working on a completely new project. At the moment, we're about to launch a new project, and this will be interesting to people who are creative, who are designers, who are into e-commerce and that sort of thing. If you've ever tried drop shipping, you may find it also interesting. Everyone knows a lot about drop shipping, but in the recent 5 years, print on demand has started gaining huge popularity. In case you're not familiar, print on demand is a service that helps you to create customized goods. For example, they give you a blank t-shirt, you can put your own design there, and you can sell it. How different it is to drop shipping is that they print something or produce something only if someone buys it. The platforms which it works with, it's normally like Shopify or Etsy. You may have heard about it. But the point is that you can place your product on the marketplace. You don't have to physically hold it, and it won't be produced until someone pays money and buys it. So I personally like this side hustle. I've seen a lot of successful people doing side hustle, and I completely understand that it's quite difficult. It won't be easy, but it does sound interesting because you don't take a lot of risks and you don't have to invest your own money, put goods into the warehouse and think like, will I lose money or not? So you're not losing any money. You create your product, you try to sell your product. If you sell your product, you get the money, you get paid. If you don't sell it, you don't get paid, but you don't lose anything. So that's amazing. You can customize any product that factory offers. It could be a book, a notebook, jewelry, clothes, items. It could be anything that you design. This scheme is amazing. So you could figure out what people like, you could play around. And the best part about it, that you don't need to be a talented artist these days to create a good design. We all know that AI is taking over now a lot of jobs, and one of them is this one. You can use Midjourney, Canva, ChatGPT, create your own design. You can set up your own price. So far, we have just registered and we have designed a few products. We haven't launched them yet. The next video will share with you our progress, pros and cons, and actually is it worth it or not. If we succeed, we're going to share with you the contacts of suppliers, the fee they charge, and how to get started. We'll basically give you a guide from A to Z. So if you don't want to miss it, please make sure to subscribe. Let us know if you have tried doing this. We've heard a lot that a lot of shops on Etsy have been banned without any particular reason, and that's a little bit worrying. If you don't try, you won't know. If you're more into website building, editing, finance, and marketing, maybe you would consider a completely different marketplace, which is called Upwork. When I started recording video for my YouTube channel, I really wanted to be consistent. So in the very beginning, I hired a video editor who helped me a lot, thanks to him, to become more consistent, because at the very beginning all these processes are so time consuming. They take a lot of time, but as you're doing it more and more, it takes less and less time, and it helps you to become more disciplined. So about this platform called Upwork, it is a very similar marketplace which connects people who have a project and they need to hire a professional to finish this project. It could be a single project or it could be a series of projects. As far as I'm concerned, my video editor is really happy with this platform. You can set up your own price, and there is ranking, Rising Talent, top rated plus, and something like this. So it depends on the number of projects you have completed, it depends on your experience and various other factors. So basically the platform is trying to get more loyal freelancers. I would say that this option is not the best one when it comes to money, but it is beginner friendly. And if you're still scared to quit your job, maybe this is something to consider, because this is a project-based thing. So if you have some free time, you take the project and you can do it at your own pace at the time when you're available. And I think that is amazing. And if you succeed and you get more reviews and your reviews are positive, maybe then you could quit your job and do this thing full-time, or start as an independent professional, like building your own website and use these reviews to show people and to prove them that you're actually really good. Build your portfolio. I think it's a great place to get started. The platform takes a 20% fee for the first like $500 you earn, but later on the fee will be reduced, and that's a good thing. But I would still say that these fees are pretty high. If you're able to find your clients on your own, maybe this would be better. But it's definitely a great place to get started. No boss, follow the deadline, do it your own way, and you're the only one who's responsible responsible for your work. So this is how we became digital nomads. There is one thing that all these projects have in common. You really have to start with a low price and wait until you gain more experience. Even if you have like 10 or 15 years of experience, it doesn't matter. So your offline experience does not matter at that much. You have to just start from the beginning. I would say that's a huge downside, but the upside is that if you actually have experience, you can start moving forward a lot faster than people without experience, and it will be a lot easier for you. Out of these three options and possible ways of becoming digital nomad, please let me know which one was the most appealing to you, and do you know any other options? Everything that I shared with you today was my personal experience. These things work for me, but they may not work for you, or you may disagree with me. That is totally fine. You can share in the comments what you think about it, but in my opinion, they are always worth trying. Please support this video by clicking those like and subscribe buttons. I appreciate that, and I hope to see you later.